Hello, hello, and welcome to Meet Me Monday. I am Karma with Lewis Acre Farm, and um, I am super excited about today. I don't have a regular guest for my live. Um, it has been about a year since I started doing Meet Me Mondays, and I have met and gotten to know so many different channels. Um, it has been a really fun adventure. Uh, it's been it's been a lot of fun getting to know different people. Uh, oh my gosh, it's it is chaotic in here. Um, I have a lot of these little munchkins running around. This would be Rebecca. We call her Becky, and she is one of Caroline's kittens, and one of 13 little munchkins that are 8 weeks old and younger running around. And she is feeling feisty. So if you're hearing a lot of noise in the background, that's what it is. There's 13 little kittens running around, plus three mamas and one big girl running through the bedroom. Um, and they are having a lot of fun. So please excuse. Oh, Rebecca, yes, but she's not the biggest mischief maker. Um, this is her brother. This is Chris, and he's a real sweetheart. Um, but the real mischief maker is who knows where, and that is the one that Logan named, and her name is Spice. And believe me, she lives up to her name 10 times over. But that's what all the noise is in the background. And if I get distracted, that is why. I'm wondering what mischief they've caused and what they've destroyed now. But anyway, um, um, anyway, we have had a lot of fun over the last year meeting new channels, um, getting to know people beyond just what we see on their channels. Um, we get to know people through their content, and we get to know some of their interests and uh, a little bit about them through what they portray to us through their videos. Um, but it's always fun to get to know them on a more personal level. And that's what I like to do when I do these interviews. I like to get down to the nitty gritty, and um, I like to find out a little bit more about them, learn about their families, learn about their hobbies, find out what made them decide to start their channels, how they came up with the name of their channel. Um, really dive in deep and get to know the person behind the channel. And so I feel like that kind of sets my interviews apart from a lot of the others. And believe me, I've done a lot of research um, into the different interviews that people have done. I've watched a lot of interviews to get ideas on how to do mine. So for today, I have invited several of my previous guests to come in and be a part of today's live. And so if you are here and you received that invite for today's live, and I'm going to do this again in the future, um, and invite other people and some of those who couldn't make it today to come in, and we're going to talk to them a little bit, um, and find out, a little bit more since their interview. If you've received that invite, and sorry about that, Junior, and you have that link, go ahead and join in. We can have more than one person here, and let's just go ahead and get started and talk to you. I don't know how many are here that have the link, but we have one. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. It's been a while since we met here on Meet Me Monday.
Yep.
How have things been going for you since then?
It's okay. I mean, we're growing. Uh, I thought we were going to hit 75,000 a day, but I think we're going to be a little short of that.
Oh, okay. Wow. You really have grown.
Yeah.
Because I think when you were here, was it in January? I think
I can't
January
remember.
or February. I think it was January. You were at 40,000.
Yeah.
So you really have, you've almost doubled
Yeah,
in,
we're averaging about 1,000 to 2,000 a week.
that's awesome.
Oh shoot. So yeah, it's not it's kind of interesting. Everybody asks me, well, how's your views? I look at them and I say, what do you mean, how's my views? And they said, well, the views keep up with your subs. I said, well, yeah, they're more than that. You know, I don't understand what they're asking, but because I get views all the time. So, and in fact, I put a video out last night for the Memorial Day weekend, and oh, it's at 2,114 views already.
Oh, wow.
So but yeah, we're growing, we're growing right along, and we're busy. That's why I can't really stay that long today. So I thought I'd get in here, and so if somebody else come in, then I could bow out and they wouldn't leave you hanging there.
Okay. Well,
So
we can absolutely have more than one person up at a time. Um, but so I kind of wanted to find out, you know, how, first of all, how many interviews have you done for
oh,
your channel?
how many I've done on my channel, or how many I've been interviewed?
Been invited to do like
Uh,
what I do.
I don't know, 10,
Okay.
15. I don't keep
Just,
track of that. I mean,
yeah. Well, I just kind of wanted to find out from you as a creator, do you feel that the interviews are helpful as far as
to be honest,
exposure?
well, to be honest, most of the people that's in your community is in my community already. We're pretty much the same community. So I mean, I don't know if the interviews help, help my, because if a bigger channel who's got like say 100,000 interviews, me, which I have had, I see an increase. You know,
Hmm.
because they've got people that I haven't had, I don't have. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it all depends on who's watching your videos, your interviews that are not subscribed to me, if they come over and subscribe or not.
Right,
So and there's no way, unfortunately, there's no way to tell where they come from. You know what I mean?
right,
You can't tell
right.
it unless they say, like, I do have I am in the Filipino community, and I have a friend who's that I've known in the Filipino community, and her name is Bless Blog, and I go into her chat thing, and when people come over to my channel from hers, they'll say, you know, I came over from Bless Blog. Well, then I know where they came from. You know,
Right.
or they'll watch my videos and say I'm here from, you know, from Bless or something like that. Then you know, but you know, it's hard to
Right.
tell. That's one of the things that YouTube doesn't give you. They don't give you a way to find out who's, you know, where your subs come from, and it doesn't give you a way to know who's unsubbing from you. You know,
Right.
you get subs and unsubs all day long. So, you know, I don't keep track of that. You know, I wish
Yeah.
there was a way to track that. If I, you know, find out who's, you know, why people are unsubbing, or why, you know, I mean, people unsub for all reasons, you know,
Yeah.
but where they come from, you don't just don't know.
Yeah. I realize that you and I are part of the same community. But obviously everybody has a wide variety of interests. And the purpose of my interviews is to reach out to the broader YouTube community, not just the homesteading community
Right.
or the gardening community. It's really for any genre. And
Hey,
hey,
Ralph.
Ralph, welcome in. Um, and it is intended to reach all genres. And with that in mind, I guess my point is knowing that it could potentially reach, let's say, the electronics uh, community, or I don't know, the van life community, or the music community. Um, do you feel like interviews in general, because we do have such wide variety of interests, do you feel like interviews in general are productive?
I think interviews are good for anybody. I mean, you know, because it makes you, it makes people know, like you ask me questions, they get to know why I feel about a question or how I respond to them. So I actually think the interviews are good. So we do interviews on our channel too. We do
Mhm.
one a month, and
Mhm.
we invite somebody that we know and come up. We talk about their channel and what they do, so that other people know what they do. And but you know, I pretty much, we do live every Monday too. We do ours at 5:45, you know, shortly after yours, and
Right.
Central Time, and we pretty much have the same folks come in. We get a couple of different ones coming in now and then, but I go through one thing that I can tell people is don't get yourself pigeonholed. You know, go on to other communities. Go in, like I'm in the Filipino community. I know a lot of people in there. I go into the barbecue community and talk to people in there. I go. I'm in the bee community because I raise bees, and we go into there. You know, we just, you know, you don't necessarily have to raise bees to go into the bee community. If you're interested, go in and sit there and listen and chat. You know,
Right.
it's like you should go in as many as you can, as many as you have time for. You know, I don't have
Right.
as much time as I used to, because I was when I started, I had knee surgery, so I was laid up at the house pretty much. But now, you know, I should right now I should be outside working on dominoes, and I figured I'd just take a little break. I put all my domino boxes together tonight on uh,
Oh, those are
on
pretty.
Devil Dogs live. I got them all done and all
Hmm.
stacked right here. And so I thought, well, I could take a couple minutes to come in here and talk to you. And but I try to go in the, you know, all kinds of communities and people, and you know, the more people,
Right.
it's a number thing. It's a number. It is a YouTube's a number thing. The more numbers you can get, the more numbers you know, more people you get to go into and talk to. The more people subscribe to you, the more videos you put out. You know, the more views you get. You know, it's a snowball effect.
Right.
You know? Hey, Ralph, I almost called you this morning because I did some editing. I don't know what I did, but I started over again. So, Anyway,
So really, it's about networking,
yeah, networking is
and
key.
the interviews are just a step in in the networking process.
Right.
Um, and so it's beneficial for any creator to participate in all genres of the community, the YouTube or social media community as a whole.
Hmm.
So, okay. Well, I know that you are on a tight schedule, and I really don't want to take up a whole lot of your time because it is valuable. Um,
Well, I don't want to leave you
but
hanging. Is there somebody else in the basement that will come up?
I don't have anybody else
Oh,
who's clicked the link yet. But I did want to put out a challenge to all of my creators who have been generous with their time and come in for an interview. Um, I would like to challenge you to share the link to the interview request form with 5 people in your community, in your network, people that have not come up for an interview, whether they go ahead and join or come up for an interview or not. I just challenge you to share it with 5 people and encourage them to come up for an interview
on your channel.
on my channel.
Okay, that's not hard.
Um, More the merrier, but at least 5 people that have not already had an interview and in other genres would be awesome. I'd like to branch out. I've I have reached out to so many people, and I've gotten a lot. I've been able to cover almost the entire year. Um, and I've been trying to reach out into other communities. And I've gotten a lot of people say, oh, sure, and then not get back to me to finalize. Um, and some say, yes, but not now, which I understand. You know, we're all busy. But it's getting harder and harder to get people to agree to come up. And my time is flexible. I can always do a pre-recorded and then premiere it. So that's not a problem. But I do challenge, and if you're just listening and you're not um, up here as a guest, I challenge all of you to share Meet Me Monday with people in other genres outside of the homesteading and gardening community, um, and encourage them to come up for an interview as part of their networking.
Let me ask you a question. How many do you average in your videos normally? Are you in the interviews? How many average people do you have in here? Because right now we have 6 in here. So
I was getting there for a while. I was getting upwards of 20,
oh really? Okay.
and
I
then
used
it
to-
just dropped off.
the time. Oh, today's the holiday, so that may be one reason. But I know the time is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Time. A lot of people who work, I'm retired, so I mean I'm at home, but a lot of
Right,
people who work may not be able to make it at that time. So it may be tough on them to do the
right,
interview of time wise.
right. And that's where I say I am willing to do it at a time that they're available to
Right.
record and then premiere it. Um, and
Yeah,
if
it's
they
also
really,
like Dee says it's gardening season, but at my place here, it's raining right now. It's been raining for 3 days straight, and I'm sick of the rain. I wish somebody would turn this faucet off so it start drying out so I can cut hay. And so it's made to me. This is right, like should be like hay season. I should be cutting hay right now, but I can't cut it when it's raining. So
yeah,
that's another thing. I understand that everybody, if you're a creator, it's hard to watch other people's videos because if you're like I edited a video this morning, I'm downloading content right now off my camera, and as we're doing this, I'm actually downloading stuff, and
mhm,
I still have a long ways to go. I'm at 47%, so I've got a download. I've been downloading for an hour so far. It's just I got a
mhm,
whole card full. Um, so I mean, it's hard for people to come up and watch videos, and I appreciate it for the rewatching. That's the main thing. If you're watching this a rewatch,
Absolutely.
be sure you leave a comment that you're watching a rewatch, so people get so she knows
Absolutely.
that you're watching on a rewatch. So
Yeah, and
I
I love my replay crew, and I always acknowledge the replay crew.
you can watch it
They're
another time.
so important. So important to, those replays, very valuable.
Yep, they are. And everybody who watches something on replay should leave a comment that, hey, I'm watching this on replay, just because that way you know that they're supporting you and stuff. I mean, the more you know who's supporting you, the more you can support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and
Anyways, with that, I will drop down. Hopefully, somebody else will come back up. And
yeah, yeah. I know there's a few people I invited that couldn't make it, and then there's some I didn't hear back from, but it was a short notice type of thing, and
yeah,
I'll
I
do this again, and
just got it this morning, so
yeah, yeah. So thank you so much for being here, Jerry.
you're
I do
welcome.
appreciate it.
I'll see
So,
you later. Hopefully, we'll see
all
you
right.
tonight.
Yeah, I hope I have a chance to get back. We've got family coming to help us with some stuff today. So,
Okay, see you
all
later.
right.
Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye. With that, let me jump in here and say hello. We have Rebecca. Rebecca was here first. Thank you so much for being here, Rebecca. You are so faithful to be here as a moderator, and you do an amazing job. I appreciate you so very much. And of course, we had Jerry here and Kendra with Consume the Goodness. I appreciate you, girl. And Logan. Logan only had to work half a day today, so he was able to jump in this afternoon. And let's see. Ralph with Webb's Web. I'm thankful for you here today. Let's see. And Deanna with Dee's Garden Adventures. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it so much. Okay. So, Kendra, I know that you were going to try to come in and talk to me for a few minutes also. If you are able to jump in right now, it is open for you to come in. I just heard a notification. Let me see. It does not look like I had any other responses. Like I said, it was really, really short notice. Let me see, Logan. What was your idea? Take the kittens out to the zoo and let the Roo girls carry them around? I don't think the Roo girls would want those wild things in their pouches. How is my garden? Sadly, the kittens are taking up so much time. I haven't been able to get much of a garden going. I have a little bit out there, but I also am having to hand water, meaning carry a watering can from the house out to what little bit I have planted. And that is very, very time consuming. So it's slow. I don't have much planted at all. But I hope that we will have irrigation water soon, and that will change and I can get some things planted. But it'll have to change pretty soon, or it won't happen, because it'll be just too late. You water from jugs. Yeah. I have a 2-gallon watering can, and I have to fill it at the kitchen sink and carry it out to everything. And it is so time consuming. So very time consuming. And I got a little bit of it done this morning before I got on here, but I still have at least half of my watering to do when I get done. But anyway, I hope I can get some things started. I had some starts going and they were doing real well, and then it was too soon to plant, and they ended up just dying. And okay, so well, we're on a well, so we don't have any chlorine in our water, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's just time consuming to have to walk carrying all that water and haul it out to all the plants. Yeah, I do appreciate the well water. I'm spoiled with well water. I've been on the well since 2001, and I can't stand. Oh yeah, sure. Come on up, Kendra. I won't keep you for too long. Kristen, hello. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. I will plan a little bit better for my next anniversary edition, and we'll make sure that I give everybody a little bit more heads up when I do this. And hopefully I'll get a little bit better response and we can get a few more people up here. But anyway, those of you that are here and those of you watching on the replay, if you are a creator and you have not had an interview with me on Meet Me Monday, please go and fill out the interview request form on the About section on my channel. It's very simple, just a few basic information, things that I need to be able to contact you. And I'd love to do an interview with you. And let's welcome Kendra from Consume the Goodness. Hey!
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yep. Your hair is so cute. I love it.
Thank you.
I bet that feels good too with the weather getting hotter, having the hair off your neck.
Yes, it's much, much lighter. So I just got it done Saturday. I had to.
Oh, I can't see the chat, but that's okay.
Oh, are you on a phone or a tablet? Yeah.
I'm on my phone.
So how are things going for you with your channels since we last talked on your interview?
Good. Things are, it's kind of like stalled right now and actually losing some, which my husband was reminding me, like the thing that really, there was a skit that I did that got a lot of views, and I got a lot of subscribers from that. But after that, it was more the workout videos than anything else, the split screen workouts. And I haven't done one in like somewhere around 2 or 3 months. So he's like, I mean, that might be the reason why. If most people are, if most of your growth came from those videos and you're not
Mhm.
putting those videos out anymore, then it would make sense that people are like, oh, it's not,
Yeah.
maybe that possibly that's the reason why. So I am hoping that I have a workout video ready to go to premiere on Tuesday. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping that will make it, get it moving again. But even if it doesn't, I'm very grateful for the growth that I have had. And so if it
Yeah.
stalls for a while, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much the story. I feel like that's been the story the whole time for a lot of people, where it's really slow and then you get a good like influx of subscribers and then it slows down and then some are gone and then it comes back up. So
Yeah.
just along for the ride, I guess.
Right. Well, and also I think that YouTube does a purge now and then, and it will remove some of your less active subscribers, those
Oh,
that haven't interacted with your channel for a really long time. So that
yeah.
could also be
Plus,
some
you
of it.
have the ones that, for whatever reason, you're just unsubscribed. Like there are, um, I have had quite a few people tell me in comments, and then I've noticed even sometimes on channels that I even watch, I'm like, what the heck? Why am I
Mhm.
not subscribed? I just keep wondering, how come I'm not getting notifications for this person anymore? And then realizing, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's really hard to stay on top of it. When you start to subscribe to more and more channels, it's hard
Mhm.
to, I don't want to say it's hard to notice, like people aren't significant enough to notice, but it's hard because there are so many. So
Right.
it's really hard to stay on top of it. I don't know how some people do it like Pete. I don't know how he does it.
Or like Kevin with
Yeah.
Tuber Chat. You know, with doing these interviews, I subscribe to pretty much everybody that I interview. And I try to stay up with them a little bit. But there's absolutely no way that I can watch
I
every
know.
single channel every time they put out a video. I
Yeah.
can't. If
It's
I
hard.
did that, I would never sleep, and I still wouldn't catch every video. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And, all you can do is say, I will watch your channel when I can. It doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean that I
Mhm.
don't like your content. It means that I will watch you when I have a
I
chance.
know it's hard. And even sometimes I will just go through my my list of subscriptions, people I'm subscribed to, and just run channels. And
Mhm.
I don't leave a comment a lot of the time, or I'll leave like one on one video, but I'm there
Mhm.
watching like all of their videos. But yeah, so I'm like, a lot of people don't even know, I think, that I'm there, which is fine. I don't watch people's channels so that I can get some kind of credit for it. But
Right.
a lot of them have no idea because I don't say anything. I don't leave a comment. I just start watching videos.
Yeah. Deanna says, I think if someone has subscribed and watched and commented, even if only one time, then YouTube shouldn't remove them. But I don't own YouTube, so
Yeah.
I agree. You know, obviously they liked something about that channel enough to hit subscribe. So leave them alone.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I think my prize is at the PO box. I think my husband said he got an email. The tea kit.
No, I haven't been able to ship anything yet.
Oh no, I thought mine came from
Oh, from Glenda.
Glenda. Yeah. I think it's
Wonderful.
at the PO box. I know. I didn't even know you guys were doing a giveaway.
We do once a month, but
Oh,
you never know which day of the month or which Tuesday of the month, and you never know what time during the live that we're
ah,
going to do it. So that's why you need to be there on Taco About It Tuesday every week, and you need to be there for the whole thing so that you can get in on the giveaway.
yes. I had no idea. You guys are
Yeah.
so funny though. Like,
Hey,
kids, you're not
Jen.
going.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the two of us, she is just like a sister. She really is. Um, let me get my lighting back. But so let me just ask you the same questions basically that I asked Jerry. Um, you came up for an interview, and when you did your interview, you were at, I believe, what did we decide? I can't remember how many
I
subscribers
have
you
no idea. I think Ronson knew the last
Yeah.
time we talked about this, but I don't remember.
You were still fairly low on your subscriber count. And then like within a month or two, you like doubled your subscribers. Um, and I do know that from that interview, you picked up at least a handful of subscribers.
Hmm. Yeah.
And you've picked up a few more since then. Leave the cord alone. Cords are naughty. You leave the cords alone, baby. Ay, ay, ay. Babies. Um, no, that cord's a no-no too. No. Kittens. Um, I know that since then you've also picked up some subscribers from being on my channel and from being from that interview. Um, how do you feel about the interview process? Not even necessarily just from coming on here, but just from having done an interview and the interview process. Do you feel that interviews, um, Ralph, do you feel that interviews are beneficial to creators?
I do. Yeah, because I think anything really where we're connecting with or like, working with people or connecting with other people or whatever, I think that it's good because even if there's just one person, like when I'm in your live streams, I see a lot of familiar people who are also on my channel, but there are still a couple, there are still some that
Mm-hmm.
are they're new to me, and so I imagine that I would be new to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, I think doing stuff like this or any type of collaborations, it does help get you out there. And also your channel is completely different for the most part. I won't say like 100% different, but it is very different from my channel. So if your videos pop up in someone's feed because they watch mostly like gardening stuff or mostly maybe Bible studies and your channel pops up on their thing, then all of these people who you have interviewed who don't have that stuff on their channels, maybe, then they're going to be exposed, it's exposure. So
Right.
I think that it's helpful. And I feel like it's the same with like anything that we do. Like um I was part of the Healthy Snacks,
Mm-hmm.
the 20 Healthy Snacks 25 collaboration, and there tons of people on that were a part of that. I have never heard of those channels before. A lot of people who are subscribed to me, they know all of those channels, but I had no idea. Like I knew some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think even just the little things like Kristen at let's see. She did what was it, cookies? Is she still in the chat? I don't know. She did some cookies using cake mix, I think is what it was. And then in the boy, get off of that. Nope. Off. Off. This dog. He's just looking like, what are you talking about? Sorry.
Our children.
Dogs. Yeah.
For children.
But I think even that, because so she was asking in the description, Kendra, can you make these keto? And so I did a short where I made them keto, and our channels are very different. So I feel like that even that type of stuff is really good, because if somebody sees the short that I did, where I tagged her in it and was like, oh, I showed a little bit of her video. Like Kristen asked if I could make these keto, and then people might go over to her channel. And then if, people in her description might wonder, oh, I wonder, why is she asking this girl, can you make these keto? And then go to my channel. Like, I feel like any little, like,
rebound effect.
Yeah, crossing over, like just something where people are even just seeing. People are curious. Some people might be like, I don't care, I'm not going to go look at that. But there are still some people who might get curious and wonder about a certain channel and go check it out. If they like it, then they'll stay. And if they don't, then they don't. But it's still something. So yeah, I think that the interviews and doing collaborations and stuff like that, I think that they help.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. And, we all have such varying interests, whether it's crafting, reading, gardening, the van life, music, electronics, it's like Ronson, he is very, very heavily into electronics, but he absolutely loves your channel. And I would never picture him wanting to sit and watch you do workouts and skits and listen to your videos. I would have never guessed that he would love your channel. But he does. He absolutely loves your channel. He'd have never found it if he hadn't have watched our interview.
Yeah.
And gotten to know you on a personal level. And that is something that's completely different about how I do my interviews. I don't know how many other interviews you've watched on other channels, but I've watched a lot of different people do interviews, and they don't take the time to get to know the creator behind the channel. Yeah,
and that stuff I think really it makes you want to. I feel like it's like that with anything. Like there are some maybe even it can be like that with music or with movies or something, when you see a certain person or hear things that they're saying just as people, then it kind of makes you, and it can do the opposite too. It can make you be like, I don't want to watch that person anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like that you ask those questions, because it almost gives like a local shop type of feel, if that makes sense. Like, like that's a person I want to support, and even if you don't, I'm sorry. Ugh, got it. There was a hair tickling my arm. It was driving me crazy. But to me, it gives me that type of feel, because it's a more personal, like connection, and it makes, it's more just like real down to earth. Yeah. And so I like that, where it makes it more, like where you like supporting a mom and pop shop type of thing, just because I don't know, but that's the closest I can like connect it, that it gives you that feel where you're like, where you just want to support that person and what they're doing, and things like that.
Yeah, is a person instead of a creator.
Yeah. And a lot of times in your interviews when I'm watching them, which again I suck at leaving comments. I think I comment on some of them, but when I'm watching them, there is some talk about the channel, but for the most part, it's just the person, things that they deal with every day. So there might be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I can relate to that type of thing. That might be the connection, not so much what they do on their channel, but even just knowing that behind the scenes, now we
Right.
have a little bit of a better idea of what this person is dealing with while they're trying to record or in between videos. And
Right.
it gives you a different appreciation too. But I like the way that you do your videos.
Makes them relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really what I've been trying to go for, is to make the person relatable. And because I feel like, especially once a channel starts getting big, then people put them up on a pedestal and make them like this big celebrity, and they're just people.
Yeah.
They're
Everything's
just
the
people
same.
like you and me. They started with 0 subscribers, just
Yeah.
like you and me. And they had that dream, just like you and me, of someday having a YouTube channel with X number of followers.
Mm-hmm.
And we all had to start somewhere.
Yep.
So I know that you are limited on time, and I don't want to keep you for too
You're
long.
fine.
So I'm going to put out the same challenge that I put out to Jerry. I challenge you to find at least 5 of your fellow creators, different genres, doesn't matter what genre, at least 5 of your fellow creators, and share the interview request form link or
Okay.
guide them to it on my About section,
Yep.
and encourage them to fill it out,
Got
to
it.
come and do an interview with me.
All right.
Now, whether they do it or not, that's out of your hands, but encourage them to do it.
Okay.
Find some unique ones that you think would have fun doing an interview.
Okay.
And I don't care the genre. Really, as long as here's the thing. I will interview pretty much any channel, so long as it does not go diabolically opposed to my belief.
Yeah.
If it's diabolically opposed to my core beliefs, I will kindly and respectfully decline.
Yep.
But otherwise, I will interview anybody. And they can
Okay.
have 1 subscriber, or they can have 1 million subscribers. It doesn't matter to me.
All right.
So that's my challenge.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
All right. So is there anything else that you would like to share or encourage other creators about the interview process? Or is there anything that you've noticed in the time I've been doing interviews, how I have grown or changed in the way that I conduct interviews to the way I'm doing them now?
Well, I would say first of all that they actually are really fun. I mean, it's just like hanging out, but it's fun because it's it's a conversation, like okay, yeah, the questions are being asked, but it's still like a back and forth. It's a laid back thing, it's not like this super serious whatever. And it is fun to make the new connections. You're like making new friends basically. And then as far as I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch some of your like very first interviews. But I would say just in your channel, I think that you just seem more comfortable. Just that's something that I've noticed, like less thinking of what you're gonna say, or so gosh, this reminds me so much about you reminds me of my mom. Is not even funny, but she'll start talking and then she just has this long pause and then she'll continue talking. And
I have always been a thinker.
yeah. Well, I would say that I noticed your think time has shortened.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you
so
should see
used
me
to it.
recording videos
Yeah, I don't know
and
if
how
you've
much edit
seen
time there is, how I can
my
shrink a
mom.
40-minute video to a 20-minute video.
Yes, gosh, I do that too, but it's a lot of like taking deep breaths. It's a lot of me spacing out, trying to think of what I was saying. And then a lot of it is just because I talk a lot and I say the same thing like 8 different ways. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I can cut the first 7 ways out. The 8th time I said it, I just got right to the point like I should have done the first time. But my mom made a YouTube channel in 2019 or 20, sometime before her strokes. And when I watch her videos, or I'll text you the link to her channel and you'll see what I'm talking about. She'll just be talking and she'll be like, she just stops talking. And oh my gosh, so many times growing up, we'd be like, huh? What are you trying to say, lady? As a joke, not being mean to her, but
A lot of times when I do that, it's like I want to make sure I'm saying it the right way so I'm
yes,
not just
yes.
being offensive
She's
with
trying
my
to find her
words.
words. But you know what I noticed when I started doing YouTube, when I actually started editing videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, so much of my time is cut out by me being exactly like my mom. But yeah, I'll send you the link to her channel so you can see.
Okay,
And you'll
cool.
probably actually recognize there are just things about you that it feels like home a little bit because it's just like similarities.
I will look forward to watching. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share, or
No, I don't think
what's
so.
happening with your channel?
I am I'm getting back to the workouts. Finally starting to do those again. I have one that's coming on Tuesday and I have another one that is in the works and then another one that I have planned for what I want to do for that. I have not been doing videos only because things have been there's just a lot going on over here. Not like terrible things. It's just a lot where I'm thinking about it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot with my health. So I want to I want to stay on top of things with my channel. I want to keep my Tuesday, Friday schedule. But I cannot do the recording and editing and all that stuff, at least right now.
Yeah.
So it took a while. I was able to finally do it with the workout thing. So that was good. So I've mostly just been doing live streams, and then I have the shorts that I do with the walk challenge that I have, which I haven't done one of those in a few days either. I'm just really trying to. My medical stuff is way worse, and it's really hard in the winter because my blood circulation is already kind of poor, and then when it's really cold, there is none. I'm like white, like a piece of paper white a lot of the time, parts of my body, because there's no blood circulating. But in the summertime, when the weather starts to get warmer, I pass out more. There's just my body, I just have such a hard time with it. So I'm trying to not push it
Right.
and like So I'm just basically doing what I can. We have other stuff going on, but also for medical reasons, I've mostly just been doing live streams and shorts. And I won't be doing that forever because I like to have, being able to put videos out and all that kind of stuff. And I do not get as many views in a live stream as I would for a video, which I think most people, I don't know. I don't know if this is accurate, but I would say that most people don't go back and watch the live stream replay. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it because I have I'll get, I don't know, maybe 100 views on a live stream. That's way less than I would get for a video. So it's kind of like, my channel is kind of taking a hit because of it, but I
You have
I
to
have
do
to,
what you have to do.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm at least, I know I can't do the videos and the editing and all that right now, but I can at least do a couple of live streams a week. So that's basically what I've been doing. And I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that, or if it's gonna, even when I do a video, if it's gonna be like, okay, I did a video, now I'm gonna have to do a few weeks of only live streams and then do a video. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna like make a definite plan because I don't know, because the medical stuff I have is so unpredictable anyway. So I'm just kind of doing what I can. So that's pretty
Going
much,
with the flow.
yep.
I miss your skits.
I have two of them planned. I'm excited, especially excited for one of them. But anyway, I know I got to get back to it. And I was thinking of doing another classroom
Those are
video as
hilarious.
well. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of which topic I want to do as the classroom. Something that has good like interaction where there can be a back and forth with the kids, because the things they say just make it so much better. So I'll be working
Well,
on
you
that
have
too.
your own built-in classroom.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great.
And they always have fun with it too. So maybe I'll do that one. Maybe that'll be like my next video will probably be a classroom one, because it's still fun and it still gets the message out there, but it's a whole lot less editing. With the
Yeah.
skit, I'm like acting out a few different people and then editing all of those together to try to make it make sense together. So yeah, I'll probably focus on a classroom one next.
Get your older kids to help act out some of the parts for you.
Well, we do if they do like stuffed animals, but we are just not really big on having our kids on the
Gotcha.
camera. So if they are a part of it, then it'll be like they're voicing one of their toys or something as a character, so that they are not actually on the videos. So
Gotcha.
yes. But yeah, that's pretty much where things are with that. Just doing what I can, but staying consistent.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So,
Yes.
well, that's really all I had. I just kind of wanted to catch up with some of my previous guests and
Yes.
just get some input, let other people hear what your thoughts are
Mhm.
on coming here for an interview, if it's worth their time.
I would say so.
You know, and I do want to reiterate that I can absolutely accommodate your schedule. In fact, I have one person I'm trying to coordinate with right now who is a human and animal chiropractor.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That
She's
would
got
be a
an
very
incredible channel.
interesting. That would be an interesting interview
Yeah.
and channel to
I'm
know
just
about.
yeah, I'm just working on coordinating her time to figure out whether she wants to actually do a live or if she wants to pre-record. And if she wants to do a live, I'm going to be doing a Meet Me Monday primetime edition.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So there's ways to work around the schedule. I'm trying to keep it always at this time slot, but I can work with you. That's
Yeah.
my point. That's my point. So don't let the time deter you from agreeing to an interview. There's ways to work around it. So right now I have one person that I completely spaced off having heard from that I need to contact and set it up with. Otherwise, I don't have anybody on the calendar. I have nobody that I've reached out to and nobody that has reached out to me.
Okay.
I can come
Well,
on here
hopefully
and,
with the like maybe people watching this, or the people who like Jerry and I and anybody else that you challenged, to try to get people, hopefully that will get stuff going again.
yeah. I really want to reach out to the other communities outside of the homestead gardening community. Yes, Alfonso, I am going to be sending you an email. I've had a lot happening over the last month and a half, and I completely forgot that you had sent me the form, and I will be reaching out to you. So we
Oh,
will be
good. You
getting
have
your
someone.
interview done. We will be getting your interview done.
Oh, I'm
Um,
not logged in. That's why I can't see the chat. Oh, well,
oh,
it doesn't matter now. I just noticed it. Sorry.
but anyway, um, I can always come on here and just jabber at you, but I already have a hangout on Tuesdays, and that
Yeah.
kind of defeats the purpose of Meet Me Monday, where I want you guys to meet other channels. And this isn't about me promoting me. This is about me helping to promote other channels. That is the purpose of Meet Me Monday. And I'd like to keep it going as long as I can. And I'd like to
I think
branch
it's
out
good.
into, I want to branch out into other genres. I want to reach the electronics industries. Our communities. I want to reach out into the music communities. I want to reach out into the cooking community, whatever community. I
Hmm.
want to be able to reach out into those communities and talk to them. So help, help, SOS. And I don't mean slop on a shingle.
What?
You've never had, okay. SOS is grew up with slop on a shingle. Basically, it's toast with hamburger gravy on it for
Oh,
dinner.
okay.
We always called it SOS, and the polite name is slop on a shingle.
Got it.
Yes.
Now I know.
Yes. So anyway, that really is all I had for you guys today. I hope to catch everybody else that I missed today and get them back here in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that I can catch Alfonso maybe next week. Either next week or the week after, we'll hopefully get Alfonso. And you're getting tired. I'm boring. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no.
Anyway, but we will do this again, and we'll get some other people that I've already interviewed and get some input from them, and I will put the challenge out to my other former guests, and hopefully we'll branch out into some other genres, and I'll keep plugging away and sending out emails and all that good stuff, and we'll meet some new channels.
Yes.
It has been about a year since I started Meet Me Monday, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, and so I want to come back in another year and do this again with even more channels. So
That would be good.
yeah, but anyway, with that, I will let you all go. And I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank everybody that is in the background listening. And those of you on the replay crew, please be sure to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, let YouTube know that you enjoy Meet Me Monday and that you enjoy this channel. And also, I hate promoting myself. I really do. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do this more
Do
often.
it.
I have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and any monies that come in on that channel or on that account go directly into helping me and Logan afford to do the cat rescue. I have the Grand Queen, Caroline, who needs to be spayed. It would be $68 to have her spayed, extra pain medicine, and her nails trimmed. I have Bianca, China, and Darla all needing to be spayed. Each one of them will be $68.
Man.
I have 13 little babies ages 8 weeks and under, all needing to be spayed and neutered. Each of the females will be $68. Each of the males will be, I believe, 38. Then about every 2.5 weeks, I have to buy 150 pounds of cat litter.
Oh my
And
goodness.
each 50-pound bag is $17.99. I have to buy 2 bags of kitten chow about every month and a half, and they're about $34 a bag. I have to buy 3 bags of adult cat food every month, and they're $34 a bag. It's a lot of money. And I'm trying to find homes for those that are ready for adoption, which will reduce the amount of money that we're spending. But any money that comes into the Buy Me a Coffee account goes directly back into caring for all of the rescue cats. There is a membership available on there, as well as a one-time donation. And I do try to make posts on there that are available strictly for members and supporters. So the link is available both on the About section on my channel, and I always put it in the description of my videos and my lives. So anyway, I will leave it at that. If you feel led to help out, it would be incredibly appreciated. So with that, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching the replay. And I want to thank both Jerry and Kendra for coming on and sharing their thoughts and input on having been a guest here on Meet Me Monday. And I look forward to another year of meeting creators and sharing them with you. If you are a creator who has been here for an interview, I would like to put forth the challenge to share the interview request form with 5 of your fellow creators who have not been interviewed. Look outside the box. Find other genres, other communities that are outside of the homesteading, and gardening community and help us branch out. I will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Eastern for Taco About It Tuesday with my beautiful co-host Glenda with Grace and Fire. And then I will have a video out towards the end of the week for Your Thoughts for Thursday. We'll be continuing on with our series on the names of God. And I will be back next week with another edition of Meet Me Monday. And with that, I will wish you all a wonderful and blessed week. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.